welcome and welcome back to my channel. What is up, you guys? So today we are going to be doing another pick a message. So what I'm going to be doing, I only have the one deck today. It's going to be all about what's your next move? What do we do next? What's our next step? What are we looking at? So I'm going to be doing things a little bit differently once again. You know, I like to switch it up. And I know that we are all at a level here where we are all very intuitive. So I'm not going to be showing you like the cards are pre-shuffling. I just want you to go ahead and meditate. Pause the video if you need, but I'm going to be having groups 1, 2, and 3. So just feel out which number calls to you most, 1, 2, or 3. You can look at the timestamps and see which ones you're most drawn to. I'm going to be putting those down in the description box below. And we are going to get started. Let's see what comes through. All right, so if you are drawn to group 1, message 1, pile 1, whatever you want to call it, this reading is going to be for you. And I do want to let you all know that I am opening up for readings in the month of February. It has been long awaited. My schedule has been super closed, but yeah, I'm reopening for February. So just wanted to throw that out there. And let's see what we have coming through. What's your next move for group 1? What are we looking at? Woo! Okay. There's something here that is... It's kind of been long awaited, I want to say, but not even in that. It's like I'm seeing the clock has been ticking. We have this card right here. So you see how he's looking down at the baby, but I know these are the chakras around it, but it's reminding me of a clock. And so it's reminding me of it's like time is ticking. There's a time element here, like maybe divine timing. Let me see. I'll pull a couple more. Pulling a couple more. Okay. All right. Okay, so it seems like I'm coming back to this one. This is you. The vibe I'm getting is you've really been looking either for something or at something. You've had your attention on something, and whatever it is, you're kind of like, okay, can it hurry up? Is it here yet? Is it growing? Like, has the plant sprouted a new leaf yet? Come on, like you have your full attention on it. Perhaps it's something you are trying to manifest, or maybe even some insight that you're waiting on. But I just keep getting the sense that you are so, it has your full attention. You are so focused on it. Perhaps so much focus, like you have so much focus on it that, I don't want to say that's why it's not happening quickly, but you know, it's one of those things, especially when you're manifesting, like if you are constantly waiting on it and thinking of it, it's kind of like if you're at a party or something and you're looking at somebody and you're like, come over and talk to me or something like that, and you're just staring at them. They're not really going to want to come over if they notice you staring really intently. Like, it's going to be kind of scary. They're going to be like, oh, person's a little, I don't know if I want to go over there. That person is staring at me a little too intensely. That's the vibe that I'm getting with whatever this thing is that we are waiting on. So, all right, let's keep going. What are we doing with that? We had this card pop out with this little circus mask, right? You know, really kind of what I'm getting here is you see how they only have one eye looking through the mask, whereas over here you had your full attention on it, but now it's kind of like it's almost like have just one eye on it, but not your full attention with it. And I feel like this is very significant for Aquarius season, which we are in right now, or something to do with like Aquarius energy. You know, it's like have a bit more detachment with it. Be a little bit more detached, be a little bit more airy about it. Like, I'm gonna look at it through one eye, but I'm not gonna be like totally focused on it, right? Not totally focused on it. This is interesting because it's very like, the energy of it is really evading me in this reading. So it's like I'm trying to get into it and it's just like a magnet. It's like staying away from me. Like it's there, but it's not letting me see it fully. So why is that? Why is that? Sorry, this is a new deck for me, and this deck really asks me to dig into the cards, so it's not going to be as like, I really have to take a moment to dig with these and look at the symbology, but I'm really being pulled towards this like film or projector. Okay, so I'm getting the sense that whatever this is that we're talking about here for you, however this is resonating, it's almost like, you feel that it is something of a, okay, the vibe that I'm getting here, it's like you can only see it through a projector. You can only see it through a movie. It seems like it's somewhere else. Like you can only watch it happening either for other people, or you can only watch it in your dreams or in your thoughts. Yeah, so it feels like you can only watch it on a movie screen and be like, I wish that I had that. And I wish that that was me. And you just see more of, you know, it's like you seem separated from it, and you seem, it's like, it's just a dream. Oh my gosh. Yeah, because I feel like your heart is kind of aching for whatever this is. This is you watching the screen and being like, I want that. You know, it's like, I want that life, or I want that career, that job, that goal, whatever it is for you. Because I feel this yearning for it, definitely. And you're wanting to grab it for yourself. That's probably why you are so focused on achieving it and attaining it, is because you're like, I want this so bad. So bad. But it's like, just because you stare at a baby every day, it's not going to grow up any faster, right? All right, so let's keep going. Yeah, okay, so I keep getting growth here. Back to this one. This little leaf. Really, it's like leaves blow in the wind, right? Leaves blow in the wind, and there has to be this, almost like you have to detach from your, in this really, really strong desire to get it, right? Because look at this card that we had come out as well for you. It's got doves, it's got this guy who's really just like standing on one leg. He's really dancing around and being just very airy. I don't know, he's got like all these strings, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's like what I said. You're very, very attached to this desire, to what you're wanting. It's like, be more flowy with it, right? It's like, allow yourself to let go. But I feel it's more like detach. And that can be, that can be a challenging concept for some of us, especially those who are very, very earthly oriented, right? It's like, how do you just detach? Like, just stop wanting it? Not necessarily. I feel like it's more to do with, all right, we're getting deep here because I feel like the energy's taking me down. You are wanting it so much, whatever it is, whatever you have your sights on, really. Maybe you're not even like super desperate about it, but the energy of just holding on to it is really there. Like, you're really just trying to grab it, right? And for some reason in that energy, It's like, if you don't grab it, if you don't get this, like there's no meaning for you or something. It's like, if you don't get this, like your life is ruined. If you don't get this, like then you're a failure or something like that. It's just like you are so attached to the outcome of having this, whatever this is. And there's a bit of self-reflection that I see here, but more like, see the little koi fish down in the water? Koi to me signify a very, very spiritual energy. Like, yes, they are fish, but I've always gotten like a very, very spiritual sense from koi. And so it's like, this definitely has a spiritual reason behind it. Like, I mean, of course, if you're watching a spiritual channel, but it's like, there's a bit of self-reflection. Like, what are you attaching to this desire of having this outcome? So in other words, if this doesn't happen for you and you get upset about it, why? Why are you so worried if it will never happen for you? Like, why are you afraid, or why are you trying so hard? Because you need to look at, like, what is this really adding? What is this going to add to your life that you feel you don't already have? And why don't you feel that you already have it? Because at the end of the day, you can always cultivate what you need for yourself. Always. You know, it always starts from within. So you clutching onto this external, trying to grab this external thing there, does in essence signify, like, what do you feel like you're missing that it's going to add? You know, I hope that that makes sense. Everything for me has been digging really, really deep lately, so I hope that this brings something into your awareness or gives you some food for thought. Yeah. There's more to this. Yeah, for some people, it's like there's a bit of searching going on in your energy. There's a bit of searching. So, you remember how we talked about this projection, right? He's watching through a projector. Think about this. Say that this hole, or, you know, whatever it is, this little hole for the film, it's empty, right? And it's projecting this dream that you're wanting, whatever it is that you're wanting, this desire, because it's showing you what you are missing inside. Oh my gosh, like, I'm really, really trying to get into this, like, to the core of this. That's why it's projecting that. That's why you are desiring it so badly externally, because it's literally like crying out for help. Like, this is what you're missing on the inside, like at a deeper root. At a deeper root. It's not that you can't ever get it. It's that, you know, you need to be able to cultivate it for yourself within before it shows up in your physical environment, in your external environment, before it shows up in this physical reality. Whew, wow. I am feeling called to shuffle again. Oh my gosh, group 1 is generally not this deep ever, but I am pleasantly surprised. Oh my gosh, look at this. Yeah, this is a bit of journeying into your shadow. Because you see she's got like her little cloak on, and there's like the wolf and with the shadows in the back. Yeah, this is gonna take you a little bit into I don't want to say specifically like soul searching, but it's like you have to know. You have to begin to understand and journey through, what am I actually missing on the inside? Like, why is this showing up this way? Why am I so fixated on this? And I don't know, for some of you, maybe you've just never tried to look this deep before, or maybe you just don't know how. Because she's giving me the energy of being kind of like I don't really know what I'm supposed to be looking for. I just know that I'm supposed to be figuring out, like, why, why am I feeling this way, right? So, oh, but that's the key. That's the key, right? It's like, oh my gosh, that's the key to unlock what? Answers? I don't know what the letters here spell, but it's like W-E-R-S. I don't know, it could be answers, but I'm reading it as answers. But yeah, that's the key to the answer you've been looking for. And you know what? That's actually the key to your light too. And it's funny how the light is like showing up right there, the little sun. That's the key to your light. Because every shadow is really just a part of our light. You know, and it's like, if you want the answer, that's where you have to look. Our shadows hold all the answers to, you know, everything that we experience. What are we carrying? And how is that manifesting in our lives? Oh my gosh, it's literally what I said. Mercury retrograde got me tongue-tied. Yeah, how is this manifesting in your life? But you know what? I'm actually gonna read this like this. You get the key, right? You get the key and you figure out, oh my gosh, it makes sense, you know. It makes sense why I'm so attached to this thing. It makes sense, like, suddenly you start connecting the dots, right? Because your shadows give you the answers. You begin to understand yourself on a deeper level. Now, you understand how to bring in that which you've been wanting. How to make magic, right? How to make magic. And that's when you begin to... It's almost like... you realize that that's how you can create what you want. No, this is going deeper again. Okay. Oh. It's like transforming your life. This was actually one of the first cards that we had pop out. And you see how it's so... It's just a really beautiful card, right? It's just a really beautiful card. It has like really amazing scenery. And I feel like that's connected to how, like how you are, you know, it's like you regain this lightness of how to create this life. You regain a lightness, actually. All right. Oh my gosh. I'm feeling a detachment. I'm like, why am I don't know, like, where did the reading just go? I'm like, oh, because there's a sense of detachment. Oh my gosh. Even his hands. Hang on, does anybody else have like... Okay, I'm just like starting to connect the dots here. Probably just like you. Look, see, you get the key. And then see how her hands are kind of like starting to let go? And then you get your answers, right? Or you get, you know, whatever progress happens out of the work that you do. Then you really let go. Then your hands are really like, oh, okay. Now I can actually detach from this, and I'm not gripping onto it so hard. I'm not holding on to it. I'm not super rigid with I must have this happen or my life is over. Like, I must have this happen. Or like, I want this so bad, and it's just, my soul is like pining away from it, right? Oh my gosh. And so this is the vibe that I'm getting here, is you see how it's this kind of puppeteer, and yeah, she has the strings on her hands, so it's like, yeah, she's still able to maneuver and manifest what she wants the little puppets to do. But she's very light. about it. So that's what I feel for you here is it's like, you know, you're still going to be working towards whatever you're trying to call in, whatever's coming into your life, your dreams, your wishes. You're still going to be kind of like pulling the strings, right? But it's very delicate. It's very detached. You know, it's not like she's taking the strings and yanking them everywhere. It's just like very, very in a detached way, in a very soft way. Like how we were talking about with this card over here earlier, right? Also got very, very delicate strings around the birds. Whew. Wow. You almost lost me there for a sec, group one. Oh my gosh. It's okay. We got it. We got it there. That's the thing with detachment though. It is such an interesting concept where it's not like you have to let go of it and forget about it forever and not think about it and punish yourself for thinking about it. It's not that at all. It's that you just need to cultivate the peace of, if this happens, great. If it doesn't happen, great. You know, it's just that. And I've been doing that a lot. I've been actually like doing quite a bit of detachment rituals at home. And I mean, that's as simple as just meditating like around whatever it is you're wanting and just detach. And just detach. Like it could happen, it could not happen. And if you need help, ask your spirit guides to help you detach. They're always there. All right, anything else for group one? Probably one more. Woo! Yeah, take a look at yourself. Oh my gosh, what a sassy card. She's just like, yeah, look in the mirror. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's like these little Russian dolls, right? And it's like how the bigger ones always have like smaller ones in them. That's what you need to do. You need to look at yourself, start digging deep, going inwards, see what's at the very core. What's at the very core? Wow. Yeah, and again, it's the message that we keep hearing in this whole reading. It's your external environment is a reflection of your inner world. So whenever you are having like any kind of issues reaching anything externally, you have to start on the inside and see, well, why is it like that? What's going on inside of me that it is, you know, not allowing me to attain what I want, or not allowing me to feel like I can attain what I want with ease, right? All right, I feel like that's it for group one. Oh my gosh, let me know how that resonated in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. All right, if you chose group two, this reading is for you. Let's see what we have. What's our next move? What's our next step? What do we do? So, also want to let you guys know I have reopened readings for February, so you can just go to my website and check the schedule down there. It's going to be in the description box. And let's see what's coming through for you. All right, so what do we have for group two? All right. Interesting. Oh. Oh. All right. I think I have enough to work with. So let me see what we are dealing with. I feel like there's a bit of transformation going on here for those in group two. Just because I got these two cards right over here. So see how she's kind of just like, I guess like nurturing her, embracing the dove. And then this one right over here is like coming out of the fire, right? You also got that little snake symbolism over there too. Yeah, transformative vibes coming through in here. And it's wanting me to shuffle more. Okay. We'll keep going with the story. This is also a new deck for me, so I am still learning all of its mysteries. We can learn them together. All right. Whoa. Ooh. Okay. This is super cool. I love how there's so much to look at in these cards. But down here, it says decisions. And this is what's popping out to me. And you see how she's kind of like pointing ahead, like, we go this way. But something about, there's something about, there's a transformation of the decisions that you are, if not making right now, how, like, things that you will be deciding to do as you move forward, as you progress. Because there is transformation going on in here for sure. And like the first card that we had pop out, there's like two people here, right? And for some reason, it's giving me this energy of, it's like, you're going from one person to another. And you're shifting through a lot of the faces that you've had, almost. But it's like you're shifting through faces to get to here. So you know what? I feel like that actually does have a lot to do with the decisions that you are going to make and making. Not every decision, but what I'm feeling here, just intuitively, is it's like this person that you're transforming into, or perhaps who you want to transform into, is going to come about. This is one of those more like active transformations where it's like you have to start doing things a little bit differently to slowly embody the person who you are becoming. I'm trying to figure out if this is like who you're meant to become or who you just want to become. No, I just heard need. Who you need to become. Wow, okay. Yeah, who you need to become. So there's something here about you are also, there's a bit of attachment here. Because see how he's like gripping onto the curtains. Ooh, it's like, I want to say an attachment to hiding. Take this however it resonates. I'm going to try and explain it a couple different ways, but it's like you've been attached to these curtains for a long time. You've been holding on to them, and it's like you've been hiding this really, really beautiful version of yourself that has always been there and has had the capacity to be visible, to be shown, to be embodied. And it's like there's these attachments to perhaps like a certain, there's a few different things coming in here. It's like either certain ways of living or certain ways of seeing yourself, or certain decisions that you always make, certain views. Like there's a lot of different things that it could show up as, but in essence, it's whatever has kept this like hidden, or yeah, I want to say hidden, or has kept it down. Yeah, interesting. An attachment to that. So where are we headed with this? Okay, that makes sense, because it's like these decisions that you are trying to make for your own good, right? You're like, well, I need to move down the path ahead, right? But it's like you need to start making decisions that are going to bring this person about, right? This wants me to go deeper, so I'm going to go deeper. Okay, so I'm trying to like filter through what it could be. It's deep. It's deep. So I want to say this is not a superficial kind of like, it's not a surface level thing. I'm gonna try and dig here for you so I can give you just kind of an inkling of what it is. Your true nature. That's what it is, your true nature. You know, and that that makes sense because I don't know why it's like all the nude people in these cards. So you see how he's like not wearing anything. She's not really wearing anything. She's definitely not wearing anything. She's wearing something, but like not really much. But it's all the sense that it's like your true being, you know, like not all these curtains or layers or, you know, maybe baggy clothes or whatever, whatever it is. Not hating on baggy clothes, because they're comfy as heck. But it's like your true nature, and not all this baggage that you've been wearing that's really been stifling the true you. The true you, right? Like your light, your core, your being, your soul. Right? And it's like nurturing that instead of hiding it with a curtain. Why are we doing that? Or why have we done that? Why is it like that? Why is it like that? We want to embody our true selves. You know, we want to wear whatever we want to wear, do what we want to do, be who we want to be. Okay. All right. So I'm going to show you the card and then I'm going to take a moment to really tap into it. All right, so this energy is really difficult. Like this is a, oh man, like this is a core like wound. All right. It's almost like you're making yourself see, like there's something about feeling small here. No. It's like a surrender. Why? Why is that there? So you see this person's expression, right? It's like their eyes are closed. They're hanging onto this curtain. They're sitting on this box. And they're like, I just get this sense of kind of like giving up. But it's like surrender. And not in a positive kind of surrender. It's like I said, surrender on the sense of kind of giving up on yourself. Perhaps this happened over time. Again, stuff that we, you know, just pick up throughout our lives. Of you just, you know, there's nothing that I can do other than sit on this box because this is what society is like. This is what I have to do to survive in this life and be normal and, you know, just get by every day. But I get the sense like you're dreaming for other things, right? And maybe you've always had that where it's like you've been wishing for other magical things. And look at how magical this card looks like just in general. Look at all these colors, this cool hat, this light, all these little animals, butterflies. Like there's so much magic within you, right? And you do have it because look at this incredibly like passionate, fiery, transformative, powerful card, right? And it's almost like you've shut off to that or given up to that because of, I don't know, maybe putting yourself in a box or curtaining yourself off, maybe feeling like you can't express yourself in the way that you want for some reason. So, where is that leading me into? There's a lady with colorful string. Start making decisions that will weave more color and magic into your life. Start making decisions that are going to weave more color and magic into your life. Oh my gosh. I'm feeling very sacral center energy here, like sacral chakra. You have a very creative energy within you, right? Because look at all this red, right? Like this is orange, red coming out of the sacral. You've got a lot of like red, orange motif going on here. Oh my gosh, even here too, right? So it's like make these decisions to weave more color, more creativity into your life. I think that's really it. There's been so much suppression of this creative energy that it's so like, it's kind of fossilized down there. Like the imagery that I'm seeing right now is, you know how when they unearth fossils, like from the ocean floor, there's layers and layers of sediment, right? And the sediment are these freaking curtains that have been keeping you, you know, closed off. Have been keeping you hidden or hidden away from view, right? It's like there's all this sediment. And so you need to, that's what this transformation is about. Like your transformation back into your true self. Clearing away all of this that we don't need, that's not colorful, that's not creative, that's not you. It's really not you. Okay, I keep getting led back to this decisions person we've got here, because this seems to be the strongest energy that we have for your reading. And really what I'm feeling here is like this is what you need to begin implementing. This is what you really need. Like this is the driving factor behind your transformation, is begin making different decisions that help you express your true nature. And maybe for some of you, I'm feeling like you don't know where to start, or you don't even know how. Or it's like, how can you start being from this person to this person? It starts step by step. Little steps. Or the battery cut off, but step by step. So let's keep going. Let's keep going step by step. That's what we have to do. Start making those little decisions to begin embodying. Oh my gosh, this is literally so beautiful. Like I'm gonna cry. To begin embodying your true self. Wow, look at this. This is the you that's been laying dormant. And I feel such whole energy, like wholesome, but not wholesome. It's like so much light. This is you, like your true essence. I don't know how to convey that through this reading, but it's like the vibe I'm getting is so whole, like real, the real you. At its very core, at its very, very core. That's so powerful. Wow. That's amazing. Oh my gosh, this is, guys, please. Look, it's like the you that's just been chained and tied up and, oh my gosh, for so long, right? For so long. It's just been sleeping. It's just been dormant, but you got him. You got him in there. What happened to my passionate card? I must have put it away somewhere, but wow. Wow. You gotta bring him out. There's very divine energy here. Like this is a very divine aspect of you, is what I want to say here. Let's keep going. This is, wow. Group 2. It's a tough journey. You know, like this isn't an easy transformation, but it is one on such a deep level. Like this is this is next level. You know, this is next level of embodying your purpose, your mission, your true self, your true nature, like new light and a new life. It's radiant. It's radiant is what I want to say. Interesting. One more. Oh, yeah. So this is you, right? It's you down here looking at the slackline performer up there. And you're down here like, I wish that could be me in the light. Or maybe that's who you're dreaming of. It's like you're wanting to be this person in the light. Maybe you're wanting to be this person who has this visibility, who has this amazing attention, who's super blessed and just, you know, has the light shining down on them and the divine shining down on them. And you're down here, just kind of laying down there. You know, I want that to be me. And if you want to get real deep with it, this is probably like, you can picture this as your soul. Laying down here and wondering like, when are we going to get to this? When are we going to get to this? This is what we're wanting. When are you going to realize this is who I want to be? You can create it. You can create it. Like this card to me is all about alchemy, transformation, manifestation. Like you can create it for yourself. Right? Creating is a very also, like also a very, it has like its moments of masculine energy where it's like, do things, right? Make those decisions. Step out of that comfort zone. Bring that fire, that creativity back into your life so that you can let yourself out of the cage, let yourself out of the curtain. That energy of decisions, right? Take little moves. Take those little moves, step by step by step, till you get across the chessboard. Right? Oh my goodness. And I'm getting the sense, like this little cat over here is, do things, you know, it's not always going to be obvious what you should do, right? Like it's kind of how I said earlier, maybe some people in here are going to be like, I don't really know how to start. Like what moves do I take in the direction of this person who I need to become? It's kind of like the curious cat, right? You get curious about it. Try new things. Try things differently. See how they work out. You know how cats, they like to knock things over, right? So it's kind of like be a cat, you know, make a decision, knock something over and see what happens. How do you feel afterwards? Do you feel great? Do you feel fulfilled? Do you feel like, maybe that's not me? Pay attention to that. Pay attention to that. Because if it's not you, if you're not feeling like, ooh, like that could be me, then try something else. It's kind of like your GPS. If it's not really giving you any kind of sensation back, then maybe it's not for you. But the point is, you need to try to discover. That's where it's at. Is that it for group 2? I feel a little bit more. Feel a little bit more. Okay. Keep going. Ooh. I have a monkey with some calculus. Wow. Yeah. It's the skull here. This is a rebirth. This is a transformative rebirth for you. And it's funny because there's math here, right? And to me, like that's a symbol of you kind of have to figure it out. The answer is not wholly given to you. It's not going to be super clear at first. And you know, in math, you kind of have to, you know, try formulas out, try things out. See, like, is this going to get to the answer that I need? It's like this reading is really about making those decisions, trying new things out to figure out how to bring that person up, how to bring that authentic, just spiritual essence out of you that has been hidden for so long. You have to start doing things differently than how you have been. Because, you know, if you've chosen this group, it's because you have been doing things a certain way and they're just no longer serving who you are meant to become. So it's time to start doing things differently. And it's gonna include facing fear too, because transformations are not always easy. They're not always fun. Sometimes they can be scary. So, you know, that could be advice in itself, is try doing things that scare you and see what happens out of that. See what happens. All right, group 2. I feel like that's it for you. Wow. Oh my gosh. I love it when readings go like this. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know how that resonated in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, welcome group 3. If you resonated with this timestamp or this group or this number, this reading is for you. So let's see, what is our next move? What do we have to do next? What's our next step? Let's see what comes through. And I am also letting you guys know I have reopened my bookings for the month of February. So you can go to my website and check out to see what slots I have available. I've opened up a little bit more for this next month. So yeah, just wanted to throw that out there. All right, what's our next move? All right, ooh, there's a bit of timing in place here. Love that. Okay, probably gonna pull 1 or 2 more. Let's see how many fly out. Not the whole deck, please. 1 more. There we go. Ooh, same card that we had in group 2. Oh yeah, there's 1 more. There's 1 more. If I feel it, I'm pulling it. If I feel it. There we go. There we go. All right, what are we dealing with? Definitely something about freedom here that's coming in. See how there's like a shattering of the glass ceiling and the horse flying free, and get the sense that this is something that you have been wishing for on some level. So we got little Pinocchio down here. You know, Pinocchio's tagline is, "I want to be a real boy," right? It's like such a deep wish. And he's just really, really wanting to be a real boy. But for you, I get the sense that it has to do with some sense of freedom. Some sense of freedom. Ooh. Oh my gosh, like, I love this deck. The symbology in it is so great. See how she's tied to this little ape down here. Little monkey. And it's like, oh my gosh, I don't... It's almost like you've been... Okay, well, the vibe that I'm getting here is kind of like a puppet, right? But it's not that the monkey is leading you. It's almost like you're the monkey. I'm trying to figure out, like, what is this energy? Okay, let me get serious here. Because all the other piles have been super serious. So I'm like, is this going to be the funny one, or what are we dealing with this monkey, this attachment? Ooh, there's a sense of kind of like being chained. All right, hang on. A lot of energy about thinking. Something that's been very much on your mind. Very much on your mind. And it's like you've been thinking of how to break out of it. So you got the thinker down here. She's thinking. And it's like, how do I break out? How do I become a real boy? How do I go from this carousel horse to this wild and free roaming horse? Right? Like how? Okay, well, the timing is coming back in here. I have to dig with these these cards. Like, the message is deep. Okay. There's a sense of time. Wow, what is that? It's like, it's not, oh my gosh, okay. That's it, actually. It's the time factor. It's the time factor. It's not that it's not the right time. It's the sense that there is, oh my gosh, that bee just scared me. Like there's a divine timing that's going on. There's a divine element here. So perhaps you're thinking about this a little, well, it's not that you're thinking about it prematurely, but it's premature for this thing to happen just at this very moment, just at this very time. So perhaps you're running yourself into the ground thinking about, how can I make this happen like so soon? How can I just do this now? And it's like, literally like you might get signs where it's like, you have to allow the divine timing of it to unfold. Really interesting. And you know what? That actually makes sense, because the energy of the reading always reflects the energy of the message. And it's like, I was sitting here trying to figure out, like, where is this going? How do I get this? Like, what do I do? And I had to wait for that divine timing card to hit me, right? For that bee to be like, bzz. Okay. All right. So what are we dealing here with this sense of freedom that we are wanting? Feel called to pull cards. I love it when I get a slower pile. It's just so nice to be able to really like take your time and dive into the message. It's always fine to take your time. And of course I would be saying that with the divine timing card in here. Okay. One more that's being called. This one. Yeah, there is a sense of you like really, really wanting to get up there where this magic is, right? Like you're down here on this beach and you're like, I just want to get up here to this, where the rainbow is. But it's like you're trying to figure out, like, how do I get from this beach up to this floating rock, right? And I'm getting the sense of, I don't know if it's like sadness, but it's in that realm of, I don't know if it's ever going to happen. I don't know if I'm ever going to make it happen. I don't know if it's ever going to find me. Like, I don't know if this is even possible. Like, how is this ever going to happen? Will it ever happen for me? And that's what I'm getting here. And it's like, this is what you keep thinking about, right? You're just like ruminating on it. You're just like, I don't know. I just know that I really, really want this and I don't know how to make it happen. So there's that timing aspect. There's that patience. I had something else pop out. What was it? That's interesting. So I'm looking at this card here, and what's really standing out to me is this pole that's like bringing her up. Right? And it's really interesting because we had this card over here where she's on the beach trying to get up to this tower. And now what's standing out to me is the thing that's lifting her up, the thing that's bringing her higher, right? That's going to get her to that rock. Where is this leading us? Where are we going with this one? All right. Oh my gosh. I had this one come up. Where is this leading us, right? And then this one right after. So look at this. There's so much about freedom here, right? Because your wings are all chained up in here. It's just so light and free, loved, caring. You know, there's that freedom in your soul. Wow, okay, we're going deep here. You want that freedom because you want to be able to either like live from this place of soul, or just maybe the freedom to be in a place, or whether that's actually like physically, like in a location or a space, or even mentally, be in a place where you can really let that open. All right, where is this taking me? So what I'm getting here is like you feel very grounded in the sense that not just connected to the earth, but grounded as in you can't fly. Grounded as in you can't be this eagle who's trying to take off over here, right? It's like you feel grounded. You feel like your wings are bound. Like you can't have this free flying dove over here. That you can't get to that magical floating mountain on this end with the rainbow. You want to fly. You feel grounded because you don't know how to get from here to here. But that's not why you're feeling grounded, but it's like that you are grounded. In that sense. Weighed down. Wings are clipped, however you wanna imagine it. All right, keep leading me. And this card right here. I'm wondering if you are doubting yourself in some way of your ability to make this happen. And perhaps that's coming up because you're not fully aware that there's a divine timing aspect to it. So it's like, oh, I'm not able to make this happen right now. It's not looking possible right now. Maybe I can't even do this. Like maybe it's not possible for me. Maybe I don't know how to make it happen. Maybe I'm not even capable. I'm getting that sense. It's like you're kind of doubting your own ability. Like, what? I don't even know. I don't even know if I can do this. Obviously, it's not coming, right? Well, we know that's not true. Because literally, what do we have after this one? This card right here. I'm trying to block the sun for you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, this card right here. Where, look, literally able to make everything happen using two hands to play an instrument. There's a rainbow coming out of one side. I don't even know what kind of instrument this is, but it's incredible. Look at how magical this card is. So colorful. And it's like, you know, and the fact that this is an 8 card, which is 8 is the sign, you know, turn it on its side and it's the infinity symbol. You are literally able to create limitless amounts of anything, right? An infinite amount of anything. And then the fact that this one is 11, like your life path, very spiritual. Very spiritual. It's like you do have that ability. Don't doubt that in yourself. Just because it's not coming at the time that you want it to come doesn't mean it's never going to happen. Doesn't mean that you're not capable of it. Right? There's a reason. There's divine timing. There's always a reason. Because even if we convince ourselves, like, I'm so ready for it, like, I'm ready for it to happen now, like, if it were to happen now, I would be able to do so much more. But think about it. If you knew that you could get something now, or that you could get something at the perfect time, and perfect time always includes, you know, all these other things that have to happen in order for you to get to that perfect timing, right? It's so much more fulfilling. It's so much more, you know, you become way more grateful for it. There's always a greater reason why divine timing takes place. And it's like you kind of have to pull yourself back into that perspective. Take yourself out of the whole, like, I want it now, I'm on this, you know, I'm on the ground, I'm doing the footwork, and it's like, why isn't it happening? Allow yourself to take that greater perspective of, there are other things that need to fall into place, or there are other things that need to happen, or there's, you know, if you want it to come out in the best way possible, that's why divine timing takes place, right? Okay. Let's know more. I keep getting drawn to this card. Oh my gosh, like this is such a strong message for this group. I'm going to stress it because it keeps popping out to me so strong. Divine timing. Divine timing. Like, yes, be patient for it, but it's not like you have to sit around and wait, right? Like, just be aware, like, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, but let it happen when it needs to happen. Literally, oh my gosh, these cards are screaming. Look, she's got the time. Oh my gosh, that freaking clock. Okay, so, oh my gosh. So, it's like you're kind of like this dog who's asleep, like, when is it gonna happen? When is this message gonna come in? Like, when am I gonna get the message? Like, it's go time, right? You're sitting there with the fan. You're like, I'm just gonna fan myself over here while I'm waiting. Oh my goodness. You're waiting for the phone to ring too? Oh, look at this card. Okay, I'm gonna stop laughing right now. You're waiting for the phone to ring. You're literally sitting by the phone. So I have a feeling it's like, try not to do that either. Try not to sit around and wait for the phone. Oh my gosh, because that's gonna make time pass by so slow. All right, so what more for my group 3? What more? We're getting a lot of really good advice here. What more for my group 3? Where do we need to go then? Where do we need to go from here? All right. Let's see. There's a sense that you need to trust. Like, no, it's almost like you have to come to this point. You have to just allow yourself to really trust. And just tell yourself, like, you know, okay, it's going to come. It's going to happen. And it's almost like find peace with it, but not necessarily peace. It's just acknowledgement. That's what I want to say. It's like, acknowledge that, yes, it's coming. It's not me. It's the universe. For once, right? Like, it's not just me. It's the universe. Oh my God. Yeah, and it's like, be okay with that. Be like, okay, well, it is going to happen. So, you know, in the meantime, I'm going to do these other things, right? Like, I'm going to read my books. I'm going to look into the mirror. I'm going to do my shadow work. I'm going to keep growing and, you know, taking the blessings as they come, you know, within that time until this thing happens. Because life is going to keep going on. You know, like, life will continue while you're waiting. So it's more like, yeah, I really don't even want to say waiting. You know, it's like, don't wait for it to happen. Don't put your life on pause, really, is what it is. Don't be this madame sitting waiting for the phone to ring. She's going to be sitting there for a long time. She's going to be sitting there for a long time. There's still so much that you have to do, right? Or that you can do. It's like, take care of your life. Up till that point, take care of your work, you know, your connections, yourself, you know, whatever it is, like, keep doing what you need to do. And then eventually the door to that divine manifestation will open up. Eventually the door will open up. All right. I feel like you will be guided to it, but also guided through it. This was one of the cards we had pop out earlier. Finally, I felt drawn to talk about it. See how the flock of swans are like, okay, swans to me, again, very, very spiritual. I mean, I feel like I say that about every animal, but swans especially. You know, it's like they're really guiding her through the water as they're guiding her. They're just guiding her through. And I feel like that's where that's kind of how it's going to come for you. You know, it's like you will be guided through it by, you know, your spiritual helpers, perhaps people, like, obviously, like on this earth, maybe friends or connections who will help you to where you are trying to get to or hoping to get to. Like, you will be guided. You will be directed. Okay, so what more for group 3? What more for group 3? Okay. Oh, man. Wait, what the? Hang on. Oh my gosh, wait a minute. Hang on, before I shuffle more. So we just went over this card, right? And it's 44. And then this one popped out and it's 43. Oh my gosh, that's so funny because it's just a step below, right? Like it's just a number below 44 where you're headed to the door. This is where the divine timing is leading you. But this is just right, right below that, right? Like right before that. I just had a hummingbird fly by me, so let me know what this 43 card is about. What is this telling us? Hang on. There's something in this pile that's calling me back. Oh! I am glad that I started to dig. So, look at how she's kind of like looking at herself in the mirror and she's like, I don't know, pulling a face, but she's like adoring herself, right? And then this card called me back and it was stuck like way, way deep in there. And it's about, oh my gosh. I want to say like embracing yourself, but more like cultivating cultivating your energy, cultivating your power, cultivating your being. Oh my gosh. That's what happens prior to this coming in. That's like the energy you're going to be in, or what you're going to be like growing through. That's the period that's happening before you begin to become guided into stepping into this doorway, right? It's like that's where you're going to be. Where did I put it? There it is. You're going to be cultivating your energy. You're going to be cultivating your essence, your power, your being. Wow. Yeah, like you're really going to be, oh my gosh, that's probably what has to happen before this manifestation comes in, right? You have to essentially work on yourself, but you know, I don't want to put it in that crude way because this is a very magical energy. Like this is a very powerful card. It's like you have to grow your power before that blessing can come in. I'm glad that that card called me back and made me dig. So perhaps in cultivating your power, you will have to dig through shadows, through turmoil, you know, whatever comes up for you in the period. Either during or after when you come across this reading or whenever it comes in, because I like just intuitively, and I know that it's just a general message, so it's going to apply in many different ways, but like intuitively, I feel like this is going to be a longer period of time, like not just a few weeks. I'm getting more like maybe month-ish, a few months to a year. Yeah, looking at your shadows, digging, right? Self-reflecting. Oh my gosh. Oof, I just heard taking off masks. And look, we have like multiple masks down here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, taking off masks. What? Did we have number 42? Because now we have 41. It's like we're going we're going backwards from the place from this, right? So you're going to be cultivating your being, and you're going to be taking off your masks. Wow. I keep saying that throughout the whole reading, but like, this is so powerful. Like, I love this. I really love these kind of readings that really, you know, hit home. Not just, oh yeah, we have like a new man showing up next month for you and he's gonna have blonde hair. Like, I love those readings too, but like, this is what lights my soul up. Ooh. Guys. Okay. Look. The evolution at the bottom. Oh my gosh, the evolution at the bottom. Like, this is you evolving to this place. You have no idea, like, the power that I'm feeling just channeling through me right now. Oh my gosh. Wow, you are evolving through this process, and it's like you have to evolve through the process before this comes in. Oh my gosh. You remember how I said earlier, it's like there are probably things that have to happen beforehand, and it's like, look at all these things that are happening in here, where it's like, look at all these things you kind of have to go through before it can happen. But it's clearly there, so if anything, like, just take reassurance from this reading that it's coming. Like, it's there. It's there because it's showing up in the reading. So, like, let that completely, you know, wipe off any doubt. Just let it dissipate because it's there. It's showing up in this reading. You picked this number for this reason. Okay. All right, let's see. Finishing up. Group 3 finishing up. What do we need to know lastly? Okay. Oh, bottom of the deck. Just like waiting on the time. Oh my gosh. These cards are screaming. Okay, let me see what we had. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay. We have a bunch of Venus flytraps down here. Hopefully you can see. Trying to figure out what is that signifying. One sec. Wow, okay. Oh. This is coming out of shadow. Yeah, this is coming out of shadow. What do you mean? It's Venus flytraps coming out of shadow. Oh. I see. I see. All right, we got it. So, what are Venus flytraps, right? They're these plants that stay open, and they kind of just wait until bugs fly in, and then they snap shut. And so, really, like, what I'm feeling here for you is that it's like, you don't want to be like the Venus flytrap. Like, your shadow is the Venus flytrap in the sense that your shadow is willing to almost like, I'm just going to take whatever I can. I'm just going to take whatever lands, right? I'm just going to take whatever lands into my mouth, whatever lands into my life, and that's my thing, right? And you kind of have to be a little bit more selective on that. Have your eye on the light, right? Have your eye on knowing, like, I know what will serve me better. It's like, be more selective with the opportunities that come, but more like, don't just take anything that lands on your path, right? Like, you want something sacred. You'll know what's sacred, right? I mean, it's going to depend on your situation. Feel it out the way it resonates for you. Obviously, like, you know your life the best. But, like, there is a sense here, like, don't kind of grab things out of desperation. Don't grab things just 'cause they land in your lap. You know, it's like, be a bit more selective with, you know, it's like how I said earlier, you could have something now, right? Like if you really wanted to, you could make something happen right now. But then there's that divine timing. It's the most perfect way of bringing this thing in. So it's like, that kind of plays into this card where it's like, your shadow is wanting things right now. I want things to land in my Venus flytrap mouth right now. But you know what's true for you. And you know that, you know, if I wait a little bit more, or if I'm a little bit more selective, the right thing that I'm wanting will come to me. And I will know that it's right for me when it does. It's like, wow. Wow, that's a really interesting way of getting that message across. Oh my goodness. Wow, yeah. I think that is it for group 3. Yeah, it's really all about that divine timing. And remember that you have the ability to be selective with what you want, especially when divine timing is involved. You know, don't grab things or do things out of desperation, because you want to bring things in from an empowered place. You know, you want this to come from an empowered place where, oh my gosh, where was that card? You want it to come from this place, right? Not the place of, oh, I'm trying to grab things just because they're there. All right. I feel like that's it for group 3. Oh my goodness, that was a long one. Let me know how that resonated in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.